Dear Juliet, a friend from the book club had read and loved The Secret Keeper by Kate Morton. He was not only craving for more words from the author, but also planned on picking the book with the lowest acceptance. That was how he suggested The Clockmaker's Daughter for our book poll, and I am eternally thankful for him. In the poll that also featured some heavyweights, and you know who would have suggested Hemingway, The Clockmaker's Daughter had made it to the top. And that's how I ended up on a Wednesday evening with my nose buried in the opening pages of this book. And what a delightful start. Consider this for an example. She pushed back its leather strap, and for the first time in over a century, light swept into the satchel's dark corners. An onslaught of memories, fragmented, confused, arrived with it. Only a few pages into the book, I was already planning a Kate Morton marathon. Having left the cafe to buy a few things home, I stopped at another place to steal a few more pages of this irresistible book. And almost forgot this. The book starts with a very candid, "Dear Reader." And today, on the 9th of August, I was about to finish the remaining pages, among which are no shattering secrets. But the writing had me hooked the same throughout the whole book. She was like one of those teacups in fancy places that Jack had a knack for breaking. This was on page 566, with 30 more pages to go. And here we have two characters who remain mostly away from each other in their own journeys, and I was rooting for them to be together. Jack, who was married and separated, and Elodie, who was engaged to someone she didn't love. So, you're not in love with him and you think he's in love with your dead mother? Why are you getting married? The whole thing is arranged. The flowers, the stationery. Ah, well, that's different. Stationery in particular. Not easy to return. That was Jake's sarcasm. The whole story unfolds after Elodie, an archivist, finds a satchel with a journal, a photograph, and a sketch of a house that matches the one from her childhood story. And this sets us, the readers, on an epic, inter-century journey with a beautiful love story at its center. I'm lost for words to describe what wonderful company this book has been in the last few days. Having said that, this book isn't for every reader though. Had I picked it myself 2 years ago, I wouldn't have gone past its first 30 pages. The book that starts with the story of Elodie, an archivist, will soon spiral down and up into several layers, with at least a half-dozen center characters, with multiple timelines, a sprawling cast, and a non-linear narrative. It's a demanding read. Yet, I'm captivated by Kate Morton's prose. Thankful for my recent reading realizations and epiphanies, I now prioritize authors whose writing resonates regardless of the plot. In that regard, while Hemingway may scoff and fume, Kate Morton's books will be now covered along with Hemingway's. His exclusive reign is now shared by the talented Kate Morton. I still feel short of praise for this talented writer, so I'll borrow a few words from my Goodreads review. I have read every one of her books and will read her grocery list if I had the option. Thank you, Melissa. I couldn't agree more. Best wishes, Brook to Juliet, 1950, England.